Hi, welcome to our online open house. We had hoped to meet with you in person, share some tea and cookies, and chat about the Sewage Outfall Relocation project. But we wanted to keep you safe by staying apart, so thank you for joining us online instead. Some of you may remember the previous public engagement in 2015, which was led by the Cowichan Valley Regional District. Those discussions led to a decision to relocate the outfall to Cowichan Bay. The next step is to determine the best route for the pipe that will carry the effluent from the sewage treatment plant to this new outfall. And we hope that once you have watched this video, you will provide us with your thoughts about the possible routes. So in this video, we will talk about the sewage treatment plant and how it works, the reasons for relocating the outfall, the work that has been done so far, the proposed outfall location, and potential land and marine routes that would move the effluent to the new outfall. Sewage, not something we talk about every day, but very important to consider. This is the Joint Utilities Board sewage treatment plant near Duncan. It treats sewage from the Cowichan Valley's central sector area. This includes the city of Duncan, the southern part of the municipality of North Cowichan, Cowichan tribes lands, and parts of the CVRD electoral areas D, Cowichan Bay, and E, Eagle Heights. So, if you live in this area and are connected to sewage, you are a contributor. At first glance, this looks like a simple sewage lagoon. In fact, there are some sophisticated technologies and approaches being used to treat the sewage. The aeration system that was added about 20 years ago adds air and mixes the water so that bacteria can clean the sewage very efficiently. The solids settle to the bottom, and the cleaned water, called effluent, is further treated to remove phosphorus and kill harmful bacteria and viruses. The effluent is not clean enough to drink, but it is considered clean enough to swim in. It comes out here and is mixed with Cowichan River water. This effluent is tested frequently to make sure that it meets all provincial and federal standards. This treatment plant has been operating for over 70 years and has an excellent track record. However, although this system meets all required standards, there are several good reasons to move the outfall. First, the treatment plant is on Cowichan tribes land, and there is an agreement with them to move the outfall from the river. Secondly, summer river flows are getting low, and we want to avoid a situation where there is not enough flow to adequately dilute the effluent. And meantime, in winter, high river flows and shifting gravel pose a risk to the outfall structures. The Cowichan River and estuary are special places, both for people and for wildlife. Moving the outfall will help to maintain high environmental and safety standards long into the future, even as our community grows. A new location for the outfall, at the edge of Cowichan Bay and just south of Separation Point, has been proposed based on further research, consideration of Indigenous knowledge, and ongoing consultation with local First Nations. Now, the challenge is to determine the best route for the pipe from the treatment plant to the outfall. In the marine environment, the pipeline will likely rest on the seabed. There are 4 possible marine access routes under consideration. From Hecate Park Boat Launch, along Westcam Terminal Road, from Sutherland Drive near the marina, or from Seaside Road. The land portion of the pipe route will be buried along roads and road dedications. There are 2 main options for land routing. Through Cowichan Tribes Reserve, with options to link to any of the 4 marine access points, or along the Trans-Canada Highway and Coxseyler and Cherry Point roads to either Sutherland Drive or along Fairbanks to Seaside Road. There will be temporary traffic disruption along the pipe route during construction, but no long-term impacts. No decisions have been made with respect to routing, and additional options may emerge as the project moves forward. We have already gathered a lot of information on the current conditions in the estuary and bay, and potential impacts from the outfall and the marine route options. You can find these studies and more on our website, and there is a lot more work to do yet. The final decision on routing will depend on many factors: environmental considerations, archaeological and cultural considerations, ongoing consultation with local First Nations, engagement with stakeholder groups and the public, you, engineering and design considerations, and the relative cost and feasibility of potential routes. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you have any comments or concerns about any of the potential marine routes? Do you have any comments or concerns about any of the potential land routes? To provide your input, please join us for an online discussion on PlaceSpeak, or send comments by mail or email. All of the links can be found on our website, northcowichan.ca/JUB. Oh, and thanks for coming. Please help yourself to some cookies. They're very delicious.